Hi guys, Lex welcoming you guys back to Plan with Melanin, and we are here with another Shopcast. And today we're going to talk about my business turning 5 and goals and things. Consider this like an extended check-in with my business. For those of you who don't know, hi, I am Brittany. I own Melanin Eclectic LLC. This is the place where I'm trying to make it your one-stop fantasy stationery shop. And I am trying to navigate running a business while keeping a 9-to-5 and trying to have a social life. But today we are here to talk because my business was started 5 years ago. We actually turned 5 in May, but with Comic Palooza quickly approaching, we did not really have time to celebrate, which is a mistake on my end. I need to celebrate milestones and things more. So next year we're gonna have a whole birthday shenanigans thing. But I kind of wanted to sit here and like chat with you guys about, you know, some of the things that I've learned throughout the years, some of the things that I want to do, different things that have really added to my business and given me more hope and things of that nature. So first, let's give myself props. We have had this business going for 5 years. By we, I mean me. I have drawn everything except for except for the design work for Simone and her siblings. I have drawn everything myself. Everything has been designed by me, but drawn, like I had somebody else doing that. But I've drawn so much. Like, I'm gonna try to insert a clip of like one of my original drawings plus like one of the drawings I'm working on now. My art style has changed so much, and it has given me more confidence to actually call myself an artist, which if anybody knows me, when I first started this business, I did not refer to myself as an artist. I just did not have the confidence to call myself an artist. And now I have no problem calling myself an artist. And I think Melanin Eclectic bought something to the planner game, to the sticker game that other people aren't. And especially when it comes to the blackness, because a lot of the black clip art artists that are making art, they're doing good. They're doing wonderful, but I can't help but feel like a lot of them look the same. And I don't think that anybody can look at mine and say like, oh, I didn't know this was your shop. I thought this was somebody else's shop. And so I like to think that trusting my gut on my art style and my art choices, like that's an accomplishment for me, because I could have very easily done what I feel is selling better than me, even though I don't even know other people's businesses and how they're doing. But I look at like their success on social media and start doubting myself. But I say all of that to say, like, that's an accomplishment. Another accomplishment for me is the fact that I actually released planners. Like, this was a goal of mine from the very beginning, but when I tell you doubted myself is an understatement. I did not believe that people actually wanted anything like that from me, because I assumed that clearly if people really liked my stuff, like I'd be blown up by the 5-year mark. I'd be full-time by the 5-year mark. I'd be all of these things by the 5-year mark, not taking into account life, recessions, global pandemics, and all of those things. And now that I'm in my 5th year and just kind of really sitting with it, I have a greater appreciation for the process that I've been in. I feel like I have actually done a lot of cool things. I successfully launched a Kickstarter. I designed my own bag, which I never would have thought that I was ever gonna do, to the point where I'm actually designing my 2nd bag that's big enough to hold planners. I've created enamel pins. I have turned my art into wearable things. I have seen customers come up in their tote bags, their Ita bags, my stickers on their water bottles, laptops, journals. Like, I have created something that other people wear. And that is such a huge accomplishment for me, because I've doubted myself for so many things, but especially my art. And to see people see my art and just get like huge smiles on their faces at these in-person events, which, by the way, another accomplishment, doing in-person events, doing Comic-Cons at that, seeing the way certain people light up when they see my shop, seeing the way Black people see my shop and light up in these nerd spaces because they can see themselves for once, like, those are accomplishments that I did not know were accomplishments until they happened. And they just make me feel like really, really good inside. So without getting all teary-eyed and stuff, let's continue. So on top of turning out that I'm a creative mastermind, we have had some obstacles and things in place that I didn't really anticipate. For example, low sales. I just assumed that once I got a consistent product going, that I would, like, the marketing thing would be easy. Marketing is very hard. And it's something that I feel should be discussed more when we talk about small businesses. Yes, on social media, you can gain a presence, and like that can help your customer base, which is something that I'm desperately trying to figure out how to do as a person who runs her shop from her home. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to do that without putting y'all in my business. But low sales, recessions, the fact that I'm clearly not marketing my products correctly, how consistent you have to be on social media to get growth. It's so many factors that I didn't really understand until I actually started the business. And it's just, I don't know if it's something that people talk about a lot, but all of those accumulate together and it just makes it so hard. Especially if you're not a person that's really good at consistent social media, it's very hard. It's like, oh my God, you have to really dig deep. Like, I have to dig deep. Today is a recording content day. And I'm only doing it until about 4 o'clock today because I have to set limits, but also I got other things I gotta do. Setting deadlines for myself. Running my own business means being my own boss, setting my own work hours, and setting my own due dates. Keeping those due dates are vital to getting products out. And I have missed products and missed releases because I did not show up for myself or my business the way that I was supposed to. And those had consequences. And because they had consequences, like, I had to basically reap what I sowed. And what I sowed was poor sales. What I sowed was just poor everything. Like, there are products that I drew, worked hard on, but did not do what I needed to do to show the world my products. And I'm still trying to figure out how to do that outside of social media. So if anybody knows how to do that and wants to work with me, would love to work with you. And then also, like, the whole social media manager thing, I would love to outsource that. But Melanin Eclectic needs to make more money to fully outsource that. So of course, the next thing that I want to showcase is you all. Those of you who support my business by any means necessary. That's like watching these videos, sharing with your friends my website, ordering from my website, meeting me in person at my booth at any event that I'm doing, saying hello, taking pictures, tagging me, sharing, all of those things. I never thought that I would meet. I've met so many people through my business, and I'm not very good at keeping relationships, which is something that I really need to do better. But I personally am grateful. I am grateful for the people that I meet in this business, and I'm grateful for my support system through my family and my friends. I feel like in the last couple of years, I've really leaned on friends, specifically Kara. But this year alone, like, I've had friends help me, multiple. Even if it's they came to the place where I was having the event to support me. That meant so much to me. They would help me break down all my stuff and take it back to my car. That helps me immensely because I do have some problems now that make it difficult to walk sometimes. Even just showing up to my booth and dragging other people to my booth. I've had customers tell other people, come to my booth at Comic Palooza, and that is joyful. I've had families tell each other about me, and it's turned into family affairs of support and customers. But I specifically, you know, I want to give some shout outs. We're shouting out Kara, obviously. We're shouting out Gabby and Charles, obviously. We're shouting out Troy Nicole, and just my family. My family are my biggest critics when it comes to my art. They're the first people that I show what I've worked on, and they're the first people to offer me suggestions, even though sometimes I don't even ask for them. But these are my aces. These are the people that have shown up and or shown out for me when it comes to my business, and I am just forever grateful to you guys, and I just wanted to like give you guys that shout out moment. Yeah. I hope that we can get to DreamCon. I would like to do DreamCon. I would like to do MomoCon, DragonCon. Those are the 3 cons that I hope to attack next year. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do MomoCon and Comic Palooza at the same time. I don't have that much product, first of all, and that would require me to like get somebody else to run my shop or run my booth in another place while I run it in another place. I don't think that I'm there yet, but I do know that I want to do Comic Palooza again. I know I have, well, let me rephrase this. I'm accepting that Melanin Eclectic is niche. I am devoted to the nerd community. I am devoted to the planner community. These are 2 very niche places to be. And so from now on, my in-person shows, unless I have a plethora of other products. So like, for example, when I do short runs of tote bags, t-shirts, and things like that, I will do regular markets like the black market, trap market. I'll do all of those markets because I understand that my main customer base are nerds. And so we like things a little bit differently. Whereas I know that with journals, shirts, tote bags, that attracts more of the general audience. And so because of that, I am striving for more cons next year and really putting myself out there. I'm so nervous, but I know that this is the right decision to make for my business. And so we're going to do that. Another thing that I want to do is keep designing more things that I want to make. Yes, other people have made these things that are on my design vision board, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't do it. It means that I should do it my way. And I have to keep remembering that, and that's why we're currently working on a Kickstarter for some more enamel pens, and they're specifically going to be fairy related enamel pens. So if you are excited about that, let me know because I'm excited about it, and I hope that it does well. I'm nervous. I'm always really nervous because the first Kickstarter that I ever did not do well, and so I'm always nervous. I hope, because the first Kickstarter that I did was in fact for enamel pens and it did not do well. And this year, or when I did the Eat a Bag one, I did things way differently. I really went balls to the wall with marketing in terms of like social media presence and posting regularly about it all the time. And for this Kickstarter pin idea, I want to do the same thing, and I have some more ideas to hopefully get it to go. And as of right now, there's going to be up to 12 designs plus a bonus Simone one. So I'll show you guys that when they're done, when the design is done and I've gotten the prices for how much each one would cost and how much shipping will be, and things of that nature. I'll be able to actually come out with the Kickstarter. So keep a lookout for that in the fall. It's happening. We're excited. Another thing, obviously, is planners. I'm hoping to have an actual vendor locked in for planners this year, and that will be my vendor for every year. So I won't have to worry about trying to find somebody every year. We'll just have one person to do it. And I'm accepting the fact that I'll be working a lot with the vendor to perfect this, and this planner might take a couple years to perfect, but at least with the beginning planners, we should be good. Yeah, we should be good. And of course, last but not least, we are revamping my website. So I don't think I stress this enough. a lot of my stickers are planner based stickers, and I want to keep the planner stickers. I want to keep planners as a part of my business, and a lot of that part of my business is online. And so I want to revamp my planner stickers. I want to revamp my website as well, but I want to revamp the products first. I want to redo a lot of the things that I did before when I first started my business and redo them in a way that's not only better for me, but also better for you as the customer. And so we'll be going back to the drawing board. We are going to be trying out some new sticker paper and things of that nature too. So there's going to be some limited options of people like, you know, you might want to try it out on this paper instead. And I'm really going to be focusing on being more intentional about which things I actually release to you guys. It's got to be things that I'm very confident on, not just things that I see other people releasing, which I obviously fell victim to that because, you know, when you lose confidence in yourself, you do start gravitating towards like what other people are doing. But I know that my stuff is good. I'm very confident. One of my plants just kind of fell off. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, so my business turned 5. At the beginning of this year, I thought maybe it's time to say goodbye to Melanin Eclectic. But after the second quarter, I'm not quite ready to give up on her yet. And so if you guys want to continue to see the little tidbits that I do put into the business and show you guys, please just keep on watching. Until the next video, guys. Bye.